Okay, guys, so what we're going to demonstrate for you here is the law of reflection. The law of reflection. So what I have here is a laser beam, and we shine that laser beam onto a plain, flat mirror. Okay, so we have this laser beam shine onto this plain, flat mirror. And what we're showing you is the law of reflection. Now, what you see here is that the beam is coming in from our right side, and this is called the incident ray. This is the reflected ray. So we have the incident ray, and this is the reflected ray. Now we have a normal drawn from this mirror here. Now normal just means there is line drawn perpendicular to the surface of this mirror. This is called the normal line. Again, is a right angle of perpendicular to the surface. This is called the normal. So as this ray goes in, this is the incident ray, this is the reflected ray, and this angle right here between the normal and the incident ray, that's called the angle of incidence. Okay, this is called the angle of incidence between the normal and the incident ray, and this angle here is called the angle of reflection between the same normal and the reflected ray. Okay, so this is called the angle of incidence between the normal and the incident ray. And this is called the angle of reflection between the same normal and the reflected ray. Now, watch what happens when I change the angle here. So now I'm going to go, this is 50 degrees. Now let's go down to 40 degrees. Now notice what happens here. While I go to the angle of 40 degrees, for the angle of incidence, notice that the angle of reflection is still 40 degrees. Okay? As I change the angle of incidence, now it's 30 degrees. Notice that the angle of reflection is also 30 degrees. Now this is the law of reflection. It states very simply that in all cases, the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. In all cases, the angle of incidence equal to the angle of reflection. Again, if I make the angle of incidence here 60 degrees, the angle of reflection is 60 degrees. If I make it 77 degrees, over here it's 70 degrees over there. So again, this is the law of reflection. It just says that in all cases, the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection with respect to the normal, with respect to this normal line here. That's called and this is the law of reflection that we use whenever we talk about mirrors. We use the law of reflection.